So now, let's go to nursing diagnosis. These are just some of the common. Hindi ito lahat ha. These are just some of the commons. Just to give you an idea, uh, after what we have discussed, this could be the possible nursing diagnosis related to wellness and chronic illness in geriatric care. So we have the wellness-related nursing diagnosis. We have the risk for impaired skin integrity. That's una kasi, di ba? The risk for impaired skin integrity because older adults may be at risk for skin breakdown due to decreased skin elasticity, reduced sensation, and limited mobility. Another is the risk for falls because falls are significant safety concern for adults. So it can lead to serious injuries. Risk for impaired dentition. Dental health is essential for overall well-being in older adults may face challenges related to dental care kasi this can also affect their nutritional intake. Risk for impaired urinary elimination such as urinary incontinence and urinary retention are common problems among older adults. Risk for impaired bowel elimination such as constipation and fecal incontinence. This can affect an older adult's quality of life. And then the risk for ineffective coping kasi older adults may experience stress and anxiety related to aging, health changes, and social challenges. Now, for chronic illnesses naman related nursing diagnosis, we have una, impaired physical mobility. Kasi yung chronic illnesses can limit mobility and affect activities of daily living. Ineffective breathing pattern because of the respiratory conditions such as yung mga COPD, asthma, which can impair breathing patterns. Okay? Another one is the impaired gas exchange because of chronic illnesses which can affect the body's ability to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay? Ineffective self-health management because older adults with chronic illnesses may struggle to manage their own conditions effectively. Risk for impaired nutrition related to pwedeng dentition or dun sa mga chronic illnesses which can affect appetite, digestion, and nutrient absorption. Then chronic pain can significantly impact an older adult's quality of life. So risk for impaired social interaction because chronic illnesses can limit social participation and lead to feelings of isolation. So if we can accurately identify the nursing diagnosis, we can develop targeted interventions to address the specific needs of the older adults. So with wellness and chronic illness concerns, it is important to consider the unique challenges and the complexities of aging when formulating nursing diagnosis and tailor-fitting interventions for our older clients. Now, what are problems related to older adults? So cardiovascular, again, heart failure, coronary artery disease, stroke. Sa respiratory, chronic obstructive disease or COPD, asthma. Neurological system, we have Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, and stroke. Musculoskeletal, we have osteoporosis, osteoarthritis. Sensory impairments, we have vision loss, hearing loss. Urinary and bowel function, incontinence, and constipation. Now, okay, so we also have behavioral. Under behavioral, we have depression or the feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and worthlessness. Anxiety, which is excessive worry or fear or nervousness. Agitation or restlessness, irritability or aggression. Presence of sound downing or worsening of cognitive symptoms in the evening or night pag nagsa-sundown na siya. Wandering, which is the aimless walking or wandering away from familiar surroundings. Okay? Other problems, safety in geriatric care, yung falls, which is a common risk for older adults leading to injuries and decreased independence. Medication errors, okay, yung risk of medication errors increase with age due to factors such as polypharmacy and cognitive decline. So yung fire safety, kasi yung older adults may have the increased risk for fires due to factors such as decreased mobility, cognitive impairment, and impaired vision. Home safety, because of hazards such as loose rugs, cluttered pathways, and inadequate lighting, can increase the risk of falls and accidents. Elder abuse naman, okay, kasi older adults may be vulnerable to abuse neglect, or exploitation by caregivers or other family members. So, addressing all these challenges through comprehensive assessment, okay, yung regular assessment can help identify and address potential problems early. It can tailor fit the intervention, okay, to individual needs and preferences of other older adults. It can also help us for collaborative care, which is a multidisciplinary team approach, which can provide a more comprehensive care and support. It can also uh, help us for education and prevention, because providing education and prevention strategies can help us to reduce the risks and problems, and it will help us also promote safety by aging. By understanding itong mga common problems na to that is that are faced by older adults, and if we can implement appropriate interventions, we can help improve the quality of life of older individuals and as well as promote their overall well-being. Okay? So the needs for self-care, life support, and health maintenance in geriatric care. As individuals age, okay, their needs for self-care, life support, and health maintenance often become more complex. Geriatric care focuses on addressing these unique needs and promoting optimal aging. So, sa self-care needs, ano yan, yung sa ADL nila, at saka sa IADL, if they need support on that. Kasama na dyan yung personal hygiene, at saka yung kanilang medication management. Now, sa life support needs nila, okay, ano ba yung mga example of life supports? Oxygen therapy. Okay, so pagka may respiratory conditions. Nutrition support. Okay, we can assist in feeding, tube feeding, or intravenous feeding. Wound care is also part of life support needs. So we can manage wounds and prevent infection. Incontinence care by providing appropriate products and care for urinary and fecal incontinence. And then, the health maintenance needs. We can advise or recommend regular check-up by scheduling routine medical appointments for preventive care and monitoring chronic conditions. Okay, the promotion of immunization, ensuring that older adults receive recommended vaccines such as influenza, pneumonia, shingles, at saka ngayon yung COVID-19, di ba? Then, chronic disease management, we can develop and implement plans to manage chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, arthritis. Fall prevention, help them identify and address fall risks to prevent injuries. Mental health support by addressing depression, anxiety, and other mental health concerns. We can tailor-fit care plans for them. That is very essential to address the specific needs of older adults. And tailor-fitting may involve assessing functional status, yung ADL and IADL, identifying risk factors, yung mga potential health risks, yung developing goals, such as setting goals for maintaining or improving independence and quality of life, coordinating care to ensure that all healthcare providers are working together to provide comprehensive conclusion. If we will be able to address all these